Hi. To talk about pilgrimage and social media disconnection, we should start by talking about what pilgrimage is. It is a journey resulting from religious causes, but also for spiritual purposes. And in the Catholic tradition, this is associated with sacrifice or repetition, but increasingly, a post secular pilgrimage associates these purposes more for tourism and self development. So it is a liminal experience, a time and space away from home and from the everyday, where there is a suspension of social differences and solidarity among pilgrims, so a spirit of communitas. So we studied this in the context of Christian pilgrimage in Portugal and Spain through the sites of Fatima and Santiago de Compostela. We conducted interviews which lasted an average of an hour to 13 participants, 8 female and 5 male, who were recruited in Facebook groups. And we conducted the interviews during May and June 2021 through video calls. So, under the restrictions of COVID, which also had an impact on the experience of pilgrimage. So, we asked what is the role of social media disconnectivity in the context of pilgrimage. Starting with Facebook, these Facebook groups where we recruited the pilgrims show that they maintain communities before, during, and after pilgrimage, especially because people search for information updates because there was so much instability brought about by the pandemic restrictions, but also to share during the trip and after to share information with others. There are judgments about sharing too much or sharing selfies, so privileged use is sharing information. But also Facebook pages. As one religious pilgrim told us, there was a Facebook Live of the moment when the local priest blessed the pilgrims as they went out on their pilgrimage. As for Instagram, there was people reporting posting during and after pilgrimage. So some religious pilgrims shared stories, for instance, or shared some lives to show their journeys, but they might be judged or they negotiated the expectations for this back with their home communities. Some people shared through Instagram as a way to avoid more communication through, for instance, WhatsApp. So it was kind of a broadcast. Others would share images that reminded them of, for instance, Windows wallpaper. Funny images from the pilgrimage. Overall, bringing their devices onto the pilgrimage was a decision considering the weight of those devices. So, smartphone was the kind of army knife that everyone brought with them because it was multifunctional, but also some other devices as GoPro and smartwatches were used. They had to watch the management of these batteries and the data plans, and some of them used the music or podcasts in order to alleviate the pain of walking such long distances or to engage more with the space, for instance, in the Camino of Santiago. Overall, they try to reframe their contacts and select a close circle of family or friends and keep other people out. Usually, they contact this close circle in the evening or during the breaks when they're resting and during downtime. Overall, they try to disengage from social media and digital media in general in order to be more present and mindful in the atmosphere of pilgrimage, but also to be more focused on the challenges of the path to keep their resistance and to look for potential dangers in the path. So to conclude, this experience of pilgrimage is augmented by and carved out and around social media. The pilgrim ethos is consonant with limiting connectivity, so it is expected of it that they limit and people accept that. So this is negotiated between the pilgrim community and also the ordinary society. And overall, we can say that this connection is transitional and social media connectivity is reaffirmed rather than negated through the experience of pilgrimage.